Hello and welcome to this week's episode of EatCrit and Survive Plays board game, where some friends have gathered from across continents and the oceans to play a board game together, ironically set in a different planet. So, there's all sorts of distance measurements happening here. We are back once again playing a game with our good friends, our partner platformer Sovranti, and we have with us, we have Dani, our community manager for Sovranti, is joining us. We also have a very special guest. We have Adam from Adam's Apples Games, who is here, the designer of Planet Unknown, which is our game for today. Adam, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you are very welcome. This is fun. This is the first time I think we've played a game where we've had the designer playing with us. I think we played Fit to Print a couple of weeks ago, and Peter McPherson came into chat and joined us. But this is the first time we've actually sat with the designer.
Like what was the one with the cat and the cheese?
Oh, no,
Seppi.
You're right. Yeah, we played with Seppi.
Seppi was here.
Get it. Was it a pickle?
Mouse cheese.
Mouse cheese, cat, cucumber.
It was Kaiser cucumber.
Kaiser cucumber, yep.
Kaiser cucumber. But yeah, we are back playing some Planet Unknown, which is I'm not just saying this because Adam is saying probably my game of 2022. Is really good. Yeah, it was right up there for me. We played it really early on as well. I think we played it on Sovranti back in March. I feel like it's our second or third game that we played on Sovranti, and oh boy, that started a transcontinental search to find a copy, which was insane.
I'm sorry about that. It's been tough to keep in stock. It's a beast to produce. It's not ideal.
How dare you make a game that's really good that people want?
Gosh darn it.
Curses. But yeah, we are going to be playing some Planet Unknown today. It is also part of mine and Laura's 10 by 10 or 10 by 20 challenge that we put up on our YouTube the other day. It's in
my 10 by 10 too.
Oh, is it? Yay!
Yeah.
It's everyone's 10 by 10.
I think the other one that I've got on here, which is on Sovranti, is Tiny Towns. So we're going to be giving out at some point in the future. But yeah, this is one of the ones that we wanted to play to kick off this year. And the reason we're kicking off is because on Sovranti, as our partner platformer, it is Space Month, because they have launched, and I'm trying not to use puns, but I have no choice in this instance. They have
Use them all. They
have launched into orbit Space Base by AEG. As much as I've realized I'm talking about other games whilst we've got a designer in the call, but it's what's happening. So Planet Unknown, Space Base, and what's the other one that's available at the moment?
Cribbage, which has nothing to do with space, but it's free.
It's old as space.
Totally.
You can play it inside during the winter. It's cold outside. It's cold in space.
That is absolutely
I like the link.
That's how it works.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you want to check out those games, they are available with a silver subscription on Sovranti. They are free for you to play throughout the month. Going forward, if you want to play anything on their library that's available at any time, which includes things like Tiny Towns, Cat, Cheese, Mouse, Cucumber. I probably got that in the wrong order, but close enough. Mouse, Cheese, Cat.
There you go.
That sort of combination.
I'm sure you're not the first person.
No, Squirrel
Okay.
or Die, Cribbage, all sorts of games. Then you can go onto Sovranti, you can enter the code EatCrit and get yourself a 60-day free trial. And by free, we mean completely free. You don't have to put any card details or anything. You get a 60-day free trial of a Platinum account, which lets you play all the games. All of them. Play all of them.
All the games.
The whole library.
Yep.
It's out of this world.
We should have a counter. How many space puns things are we going to say during this stream?
We needed a counter.
We're at like 3.
Counter.
I should have put one on here. It would have been better. Oh, well.
It's okay. We've got 3 so far.
Got 3. We can remember.
Laura will keep track.
I will.
But we also have, as always, supporting us, we have Game Tea, who are the wonderful providers of gaming adjacent gear and goods. They make some wonderful stuff like candles and t-shirts and art prints and all sorts of wonderful stuff like that. So if you want to go and check out some of the stuff, you can go to gametea.co.uk/EatCritSurvive and enter the code EatCritSurvive at checkout to get yourself 5% off, because they do some wonderful stuff. It's well worth doing. Connor got some really pretty dice, which is...
Oh my goodness, he got the prettiest of dice.
So pretty.
It's like geode dice.
Yeah,
It's like
almost.
metal on the outside, but they've got like what looks like a split through the middle. That's just pretty shiny, sparkly rock. But yeah, it looks like you cracked it.
Ooh.
It's very pretty.
Very nice. And with all the contractual obligations out of the way, let's talk about the game that we're playing today. So
Yay.
we are playing Tiny Towns. Tiny Towns? What?
Have you had one?
Nope.
Someone stop me.
Try
Do you know what?
again.
You said you got me on my brain because you said that nothing techie has gone wrong, so the stream's going to be a problem. And now
I jinxed it.
the electricity in my brain has stopped working.
So the stream doesn't go wrong, but you do.
I go wrong. I'm just going to go and just retire.
We could switch over to Tiny Towns.
We're not. If we've got time afterwards, we'll play Tiny Towns. It's fine. We are playing Planet Unknown, which is a big polyomino tile placement game where we are going to be basically revolving a laser Susan to choose our tiles and placing them down onto our individual planets. And we are going to be doing that to score different points and to bump up these 5 individual tracks, which are Civ, Water, Biomass, Rover, and Tech. And they will give you various different things that will go up as they go. We are playing with asymmetric boards today, so we're going to be giving the whole experience of different stuff. And we've tried it on a little harder mode because we've played it a few times before here on the channel. So we're going to give things a go. And as we bump things up the tracks, we're going to be getting different rewards, which may be things like points. In fact, I'm going to inspect the board to show an example of what we can get. We can get different victory points for going up here. We can get ourselves Civ cards, these little synergy boosts, which give us 1 bump on a terrain choice of our choice. So we got the tech track. We will get ourselves different rules that we can break.
Rules.
We've got the rover, which can just move around.
I love the rover. The rover's like my favourite part.
They're great. They're great in real life as well.
You drive them round and collect meteorites.
It's fun. You get through loads of routes, and with the biomass track, you will get some little 1x1 squares that you can just use to fill in holes. And you'll want to fill in holes because for every row and column that you completely fill in, you will score points as long as there is not a meteorite on it. So those are things to be aware of. We also will have individual scoring goals that we are competing with our neighbour to score. So based on where we are sat on the table, so I have got...
Oh, hi!
I've got Laura and Adam on my side. So with Laura, I will be competing to have the most Civ resources on the edge of my planet. And with Adam, I will be competing to have the least tech resources on my planet, which is that's a fun dichotomy. I think I have had it once where I've had one which said have the most Civ cards and have the least Civ. And I was like,
pick a side.
Imagine if you got right in the middle. Imagine if you got them both. If
I managed to get them both, it would be quite a challenge.
Yeah.
So those are my objectives that we have. We all have different objectives available to us. And what's going to happen on our turns is we are going to start with the active player, which in this instance is Dani.
Me.
With this lazy Susan until we get to a point where we feel like we want to take one of those 2 tiles from the depot. We're going to take them out and place it onto our board, starting at the edge. And then from there on in, we'll be connecting to our tile. Or any tile we've already placed out, unless we get a rule that says we can break that. We also have alerts that will happen. We are playing on a medium one, so this is a nice one. We'll take a happy accident when we can get it with a nice little synergy boost. That's a green alert, so that's a nice one for us. It's a good start.
Ooh, good start.
Green alerts.
Thank you. I totally had control of that.
You had control. Well, I can't go at water. So we are playing this with async powers and some async corporations, which is one of the options in Planet Unknown. So I am playing on the planet Petra, which has no water. It's just pure robot planet. Is what I
challenge.
I think challenge and playing pure robots is my fantasy version of this. This is just a robot thing. Or if I like, there's a monorail there that I have to move my rovers about on. That's what I'm going for. But I am going with the Universal Corporation so that I don't get myself too confused. Laura, what have you chosen for yourself?
I have chosen Tartarus.
Tartarus, yes.
Tartarus, where I cannot place tiles over that huge chasm running through the middle of the planet.
Over the rift.
So no overlapping tiles. And my rovers can also not cross that chasm.
Ooh, so you're going to have to have a rover on each side.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
We'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Just ramp it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Just what?
Just ramp it. Go full evil.
Dom, what have you got?
I am on Karks. Or Karks.
Karks.
Which has some toxic green swirly terrain on it, which my rovers can't move onto. But I can place tiles over the toxic terrain to neutralize it. But that's going to be interesting because I've picked Republic, who do a lot of, as my corporation, who do a lot of stuff with rover movement by the looks of things. And also, I must regress another track each time I claim a milestone from the Civ track. And I don't claim benefits from regressing.
Interesting.
So yeah, a couple of interesting ones. I haven't played with them before, so looking forward to giving it a try.
Yeah. Let's see. There's one of the other nice things in Sovereignty is you can bounce around other people's views and see what they're getting up to, but nothing that's hidden, which is always nice. Danny, what have you got?
Got a planet with holes in it.
I am playing Lacuna.
Matata?
Yes. And I'm playing the Universal Coalition.
Very nice.
Because I just love to be able to save my biomass. That's my
That's a
favorite.
good point.
And I always miss it, so I always play with it.
That's fair. And Lacuna's power is that you just can't place over the holes. Which makes sense.
Correct.
Both
I have
planets.
to avoid all the holes in the planet.
Now, why do I want Swiss cheese all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I look like a cookie.
What have you gone for, Adam?
I got for Persephone, which is inspired by the goddess of the four seasons. And so the planet is divided into quadrants, and each quadrant has a terrain type that may not be placed into it.
Yeah, that looked like a challenge. I thought, that'd be fun. No, that's scary.
What do you say? 3 difficulty, so it's always a plus.
And then the Universal Coalition as well. Because I wasn't fast enough to select a different one, but I like this one as well.
Yes,
that's fair.
Have one challenge. Mine's a 3 difficulty too. I think I've made a mistake here.
I got 2. I do like that there is the synergy of having Tartarus and Persephone, because obviously in the Greek mythology, Persephone was dragged down to the underworlds, where Tartarus is near.
If we'd planned better, one of us could have played on Cerberus as well.
Someone could have played with Cerberus, yeah. Lessons for next time.
Yay, mythology. Are we going? Are we playing?
We are playing, yes.
Going now, okay.
Danny and Adam have already taken their turn whilst I waffled. So
I was waiting for you to finish waffling.
Yeah. I need to pick a tile.
Now this is a challenge that I will have that is going to be unique to me, because I have no water. Normally on Sovereignty it'll sort of tell you if there's a move that you're making that is suboptimal. Technically all of my moves are going to be suboptimal if water tiles are involved, because it's there's no water. So I'm just gonna have to kind of make do with that, but that's okay.
Well, only the water ones will be.
Only the water ones, that's true.
The other ones should be fine.
Well, what do we do with the life pods again?
We want to collect those for scoring points.
How do we collect them? With our rovers?
With our rovers.
Oh, so if I put a tile on them, it destroys them.
It would.
Oh, okay.
Which I see many people do, so don't be too afraid of it.
I didn't realize. I'm quickly just gonna change my mind. Yeah, it's okay. I can just flip over my tile and not destroy that life pod. That'd be brilliant.
So, Adam, what was the inspiration for this game?
That's a good question. There was the development life cycle was pretty long, so there's quite a few inspirations. The initial Google document was called Star Koro. And so it was a combination of StarCraft and Machi Koro as the initial starting point. But this was probably 7 or 8 years ago. And so over time that morphed quite a bit. And then at some point we're just like, we need to make like Tetris in space kind of thing. So that's sort of where we ended up.
Nice. Yeah, I can see that. Tetris kind of crossed with Space Invaders a little bit. Yeah. Meteorites and such.
And interestingly too, like even the first prototype was pretty awesome. It played really well, but it didn't have a Lazy Susan, and so the game didn't really, get its like life as you know it today until maybe 4 years ago when we're like, we need to do something to solve this problem with like so many stacks of tiles in the middle of the table, just creating a long time to set up and like a lot of weird, awkward choices. And so this like just made it hum. It was really cool.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I like it as a component piece. It's quite fun.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Susan Stan is an acronym for something. It's a deliberate choice, isn't it?
We came up with the acronym afterwards. Like Lazy Susan is the I don't know, I guess like 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s term of like kitchenware to describe this type of device, right? But afterwards we came up with the acronym. I believe it is let's see.
I forgot.
Simultaneous unit selection axial node. So it sort of does represent the actual like mechanism of the thing as well. Now, the funniest part though is my mom's name is Susan, and so she thought that I made this game for her and named the center device after her.
Totally.
Yeah, Mum.
Like that,
I definitely wanted to call a thing that's called lazy.
I like it. I like you.
Oh, so I am
You are up.
I'm up. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So red alert. We will gain
milestone benefits when advancing your tracks. Oh boy.
Which is not so bad at this stage in the game. It's not really a problem, I don't think, because we're not really in a good position to be gaining a huge amount from these tracks. So
the milestone benefits are what's in the little squares or the thing on the right of the tech track?
The milestone is the specific benefit associated with each track. So for example, Civ, it's like the little geodesic dome with the card number on it.
Okay.
In biomass, it's the tree. Water doesn't actually have a milestone.
It's all of it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So that's what it means when it says milestone benefit.
I understand, because I was like, oh no, if I boost my tech and get level 1 where I can don't have to do adjacent things, then I won't get it. So let's not do tech right now.
Maybe not. I do like the flavor text. Are you positive it's in position? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And so you'll also see too, like synergy boosts are in play this round. That's totally okay. With synergy boosts, yeah.
Excellent. Let's
that is
need some more rover.
Civ and biomass.
Oh no, I can't do that because I don't want to not get the rover.
Is that water? That is water.
There we go. That will be fine.
Has to be touching. That's a
flip.
Yeah, that'll do.
No. Let's rotate that a little bit. Thank you kindly. Is that a good one to do?
Yes.
Oh dear.
I have always enjoyed playing games with Laura when her internal monologue becomes external.
Yeah. Sorry guys, it's gonna be. I like to talk, and if it's in my head, I don't understand it. But as soon as I say it out loud, it makes sense. I don't know if that happens for anybody else. But
Manda Angel's like that. Manda Pans is always like that.
Speak out loud.
Yeah, she is
It all just gets in my head and I can't process it. But if I say it out loud, then can the rovers move? Can they only move on tiles, or can they move on?
They can move on land.
They can move on
the planet.
Yeah, they can move on
anywhere
tiles
except
and the planet.
off
Yeah.
the planet.
Off get off the planet now.
Correct.
And yours
Cannot
can't cross
drive.
the road.
Yeah. So for example, this round would be a terrible round to pick your first rover tile. Because you would be skipping your first rover placement, and some of these boards only have one rover placement, so getting that rover on the board just might be impossible.
Yeah.
So
be careful about that.
Don't want. Oh, but the brown color tile that's energy, and that can be used for the terrain that it's next to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wild, but it's wild whatever it's adjacent to. Orthogonally, up, down, left, right.
You do also already have a rover out, which is quite handy for you.
Yes, I do. I'm thinking if I boost water, then I don't lose anything, and my energy would just be water again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can also rotate it so that your water is touching water, planetary ice, so it will gain.
It's touching water already.
Is it?
Oh no, you haven't seen me move. That's just where it's initially gone. No, I am putting it on water.
Gotcha. Yep.
What do I want to...
Speaking of things like orthogonally, how is the series going, Dani? The Learn to Speak Gamer series?
Good. We actually just did our recap video. We posted that on Monday. So we finished with that series. And then in that video, we announced our next little mini series. We are taking Alexis to a game store for the first time. So kind of like navigating that experience of like what it's like to go into a game store as a new gamer. She knows terms now. So like based on some of the ones she learns, she's going to like ask the employees at the store, like, what would you recommend for me? Because obviously that's sometimes where you need to start when you're like, I've heard this, I've played this, and I kind of like this, and so you kind of piece together at the beginning. So yeah, that'll be fun. So we finished that one. We can always come back to it, but we went through 42 terms, I think.
Wow.
If I remember the number correct. So yeah, it was fun because I didn't know some of the terms either. So I like learned them before I taught them to her. So it was good. Yeah.
Learned some 42.
But polyomino was in the first video because it's
was
probably it was my favorite word to like learn, and I love polyomino games, so I was like, we're gonna start with that.
Oh no!
Do not gain any synergy boost this round. Oh, what?
No synergy boost for this time. Another red alert.
Oh no, synergy boost. That's better. That's not
too bad.
But why? They're cutting funding. Where now? Okay, great.
They're cutting funding. Where now? What would I like to do?
Don't want
to play.
Zoom in so I can see what I am.
Oh, and I got one too. Oh,
On the server.
Might be better. Just because I'd like to be able to do that.
Is available.
I didn't want to flip
one. The robot one.
Oh, is that no? I can't count tiles. Can't put you there yet. I'll put you there.
On the rover.
Yeah, I could.
Yay.
That might be a bit limited, so I might just put you there.
The sovereignty experience makes this game incredibly smooth.
It really does.
Goodness.
It really does.
When I first played this, it meant I didn't have to sit and read the rules.
Yeah.
It generally walked me through it, and that's just how I've learned to play it now, and it's brilliant. I don't need to read the rules, and I can just crack on with it, and it is great.
We had a great teacher. Oh, that always helps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And a good teacher too.
Yeah. It tells how to use sovereignty, so there you can play the game. It's brilliant. No, I really do. I do like. I think I said this last time. It's like a mash of Tabletopia and board game BGA, and just out of all three of them now, I actually prefer. I really like sovereignty because it feels like you're playing at a game. You're playing at a table, but also it helps you play the game.
Yeah.
And you just sit there with the instruction booklet next to you.
I sometimes like when we're starting a game, I'll even go through the spiel how to play, but then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, let's just click buttons and it works.
Yeah.
It's so intuitive once you get in there. Yeah.
My spiel has gotten much shorter as I'm like, okay, it'll walk you through it. Like, I don't want to overwhelm you. Because I was like, at first I think I was like, oh my gosh, this is so many words I'm saying at you. I'm like, let's play, and sovereignty will guide you through it all, and I'm here to, if you have questions, here's a quick basis of what you're kind of looking at, and then we're good to go.
And the ability to cancel too is, especially in this game, makes it really nice. Like if you can just learn through the cancel button, confirm cancel.
Yeah, it's like oh wait, I didn't want that to happen.
I was going to place the tile on the life pod, and it just went, are you sure you want to do that? I was like, do I?
Maybe not.
You will crush the life pod.
I will crush that pod and kill all the things, and thank you, sovereignty, for giving me one last chance.
But also, I am not a benevolent god. Dom has gotten the first SIB card.
All right.
Just trying to decide which one to take.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of things that happen with SIB cards. Some of them are related to endgame scoring. Some of them have got immediate bonuses that you'll get. Some of them make your scoring for meteorites easier because you score, I think it's 1 point for every 3 you collect at the start.
Yes, it is. Because last time I think I got one where it was 1 point for every 1 one or two you collected. I think it lowered, or you get 2 points for every 3.
For every 3.
Yes.
And then if you get the next card, then it's 3 points for every 3.
I think I got 2 of them, so I might have actually gotten the 3 for every 3, and that's all I did last time. That's why I really like collecting all the meteorites.
It's fun.
When I like first started with this game, like this is like 2020. So we do lots of testing along the way, right? And so this is before like everyone else could play it. There was only a few tracks working based on development because they were still working on the other stuff. And so Rover was one of the ones that was working, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, this is great, because it's like I couldn't use, like, I think Civ wasn't working or something. And so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna test the Rover track, like
Sure.
just gonna drive the Rover everywhere. And then it
yeah,
got more
that was just
challenging once they all work. And I'm like, now I have to decide.
I just want to drive my Rover around.
Just want to drive the Rover around.
It's fun. I love that. I do love when it's playing it physical, when it is the little tactile rovers, because they're just so nice to move about.
They are really nice.
Yeah. I haven't played it in person yet. I've only played it on Sovranti, so I'm looking forward to actually playing it with the little rover that I can move about by myself.
It's exciting.
Very exciting.
I have to admit, one of the reasons I did pick the Republic as my corporation is because I think Rover is one of the cuter ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh, on the little.
On the little corporation design,
Yeah.
I thought you
One
were
of
a monster truck.
One of the wish list items that we have is actually creating like a 3D model for all the unique rovers. So we have a couple started. Some are really challenging to create compared to others. But, and then also the usability comes into play too. So if you're actually going to make this as a physical product or a physical thing, how does it feel in your hand? You know, does it kind of do the same stuff that it needs to do?
All right, we have an orange alert today. Rovers cannot move onto Civ terrain this round.
Oh, easy. I got none.
That solves that problem.
Yeah, my rover's right out of the way. It's really not an issue. Let's go for this, friend.
Maybe I would
Looks like water. Damn it.
There we go. Right.
Well,
so one of the things that is a little bit tricky on some of these objectives, if it says like the resource is on the outer edge, it doesn't mean the terrain. It literally means the icon. So there's 2 different types of things on the tile to consider. The terrain and the resource. So when somebody places a tile near the edge, for example, like you have to make sure that geodesic dome or like that icon that you're trying to place on the edge actually is butted up to the edge. That's the only time it'll count, and it's tough to do on some of these tiles.
Right. Right. Okay. And
Some of the longer ones that have got it right in the middle where you can't quite orientate it to fit.
Yeah, or you really have to like think about how you could get it to fit there. Yeah.
What are some of the little other objectives that people have got over here that people are competing for?
Well, I've got an interesting selection because to my left, I need to have the least energy resource on my planet, whereas to my right, I need to have the most unique areas of energy terrain on my planet.
oh,
So it's kind of possible, but
sounds like a puzzle.
there's sort of I need to have lots and lots of tiny bits.
mine are very similar because we share the least resources on your planet for energy, and then my other one is have the most energy resources on the edge of your planet.
oh, crikey!
Ooh.
There's a lot of energy.
Yeah,
This time, yeah.
both are energy for both of us, I think.
Wow.
Right. Oops. Oh, did I undo a thing?
You need to do a track.
I thought I had already confirmed that. I was clicking around doing stuff. Sorry about that.
I moved my rover. I'm very happy. He's gonna go on a journey.
I moved my rover and claimed a life pod.
Yay!
Ooh.
Well played.
Very good, very good.
It has been saved from the destruction that is Laura at some point.
You asked about inspiration earlier for the game too. One of the other things that was inspired that actually like pulled us toward rovers was there was a YouTube video back in early 2015 or something, 2014. And it was a student in China, and he made this just like really wondrous, like little cute rovers, like Wall-E style rovers, driving around some planet. And like a little story was told in like 8 minutes or whatever. So we're like, that's such a cute video. We should put rovers in, and all of a sudden that unlocks just a really a fun part of the game.
Oh my goodness, when you describe it like a Wall-E type rover, oh my goodness, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
The at Madison University in Wisconsin, they have like meal delivery rovers. Like they're like,
that's awesome.
This big. And we went there for a convention, and I was like, every time we drove by one, I was like, oh my gosh, look at it, because it will like stop, like it's got sensors on it, so like it stops, and like if somebody goes in front of it, it stops, and it's like it must take forever, but like it's so cool.
we have something similar, not to from our local co-op. Does it for deliveries?
Yeah.
So it will.
Yeah.
So just come and bring us our shopping.
It's
great.
so cute. Yeah, we just call them robots, and every time I drive past one, I have to go robot. And when it was Christmas time, they had like reindeer faces and antlers like stuck on them, but just stickers. And I think at one point they were given like the reindeer names, and it was so cute. And when you can program it when you open it to like play a song, and you could get it to play like jingle bells and things like that. It was just so adorable. And the only reason I ordered them was just to go home and just to squee over how cute it is.
Yeah, the shop's not that far away for us to walk to, but sometimes something a robot.
It's so cute. It's so clever. Like our stuff is being delivered by robots. Like this is the future, guys.
Oh dear.
Who's on the space station?
Oh,
Dom's turn. So you got another? Did you get this card?
Yeah, I got another Civ. Yeah.
Goodness me.
Dom has a focus. It is Civ.
It's clear. It is Civ.
It's sort of. It wasn't a plan. It's just sort of how things are happening. It's probably not. It's probably not a bad plan.
No. It's a plan to have, for sure.
What are you going to fit?
And there's a couple cards in the Civ deck that if you are the first one there and you're there fast, can be very, very beneficial. They're not always there. They're more likely that they're there with 5 players, but they're not always there.
Oof.
Press Civ or Tech Tracker.
No.
Gross.
Well, back goes my Civ track.
Yeah.
Dang it, Dom.
Oh no.
Why are you doing
me? You know what? That's not so bad.
Why are you doing me dirty like that, Dom?
Why you doing me dirty?
Okay.
Oh, if it makes you feel better, I have horribly miscalculated with my tile.
Oh.
Good.
No.
It does. It really does.
Okay, I can probably work out a way to salvage something from this.
Hooray, I have double movement for my rover. There's always a benefit.
Yes.
More movement helps.
That's not great.
Oh, that's...
You know, I can live with that.
Oh, that's good. It's not really going towards that, though, is it?
Okay, there.
I have no greenery on this planet. I'm just realizing.
No water, no green.
Just robots.
Yeah.
Just technology.
Yep.
Do
Well, no,
you
no.
have some robot rovers to go around and enjoy it.
I've just got one rover who is quite merrily enjoying the planet all by himself.
Oh, like Wall-E.
Like Wall-E.
Like Wall-E.
Just
I'm jumping on that now.
Picking up the life pods and compacting them for some reason.
Cut into little squares.
Congratulations, you survived the crash landing.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, it is recyclable, so it's very efficient.
Totally.
Let's see.
Sure, I'll put you there. Good. There's not many rover tiles on this.
Not at present. Oh, Dani has a sip card.
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, not yet, but maybe later, right?
Maybe later.
As we burrow down a little bit deeper into this.
I've got some life pods to collect and quite a lot of meteors, right? Which is a little bit.
It's a possible problem.
A little bit.
It's my turn.
It's Dani's turn.
Yeah, use it wisely, right? It doesn't come up often.
Yeah, don't do what I did and pick a depot with a tile that doesn't work how you want it to.
Oh. First
try not
tip
to.
on how to play. Look at your tiles.
It's a good start.
And count them properly.
Oh. That's fair. I think that's solid advice, Dom.
This is one of the things I like to do when we've got guests joining us. I like to have a look at what's in their background to see if I can read what games are on their shelves.
You're just staring.
I'm just, this is why my head's down slightly because the monster's down here. Oh, hello, red alerts. Destroy a collected meteorite.
Oh, I don't have a collected meteorite, so that's absolutely. It just spontaneously combusted.
Yay.
That could happen.
It can.
All right, well, these are suboptimal for me, but they are what has been given to me.
I like that.
So thanks, I guess.
I like that a lot.
That's pretty terrible. I know there's some of those around.
I've destroyed my first life pod.
Are you destroyed or you collect?
Monster.
I destroyed it.
No!
Chaos and bloodshed are not the solution.
They are.
They can be.
Definitely the solution.
It can be.
Where would I love it this time?
Well, I guess I'm going up tech. Grr.
Grr arg.
All right, Rover's moving. We're gassed up, ready to go.
Yeah, boy.
There we go. Mine hasn't moved at all. It's there. It's
Just
hasn't
there.
moved yet.
Yeah.
Just sitting
Unpacking
there.
still. Unpacking.
Yeah.
I just got it's got the pot of styrene just around the wheels that someone has to take off, but it doesn't have its own. It can't because of the rover.
Yeah, sitting there. In the water. It's just sitting there.
Just floating.
Yeah.
That'd be a really good place for it. I think I'm gonna put it down here.
Dani, do I still owe you a box for your shelf? I remember you asked.
If
about
you
that
have
before.
one, this one's my actual cover that I take off for like streams and stuff. So
Yeah.
the box is on the floor now.
Yeah, and it's a box top specifically.
It's just a top. I
Box
don't
top.
need a whole box.
Okay.
If you happen to have an extra one.
And if there's a ding
Then
in
it
one of
can
the
live there.
corners, like the back corner, it'd be okay.
No, yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
This is one of the things that I'm learning that I don't mind doing is doing things like maths trades and bring and buys and getting games which have got a slight ding on them. It's like, as long as the contents are all there, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just asking for just the cover.
Yeah, exactly. You just want it for just to keep your game.
I just want it on my shelf. I would love to have all of them that way. Because like Tiny Towns, for example, like I don't think it likes me because it's every once in a while I have to like readjust it because it like slowly parts from like the back. I'm like, ooh, I don't like this, but I want the box up there.
Oh,
So
you have to compromise.
some people probably listening are like cringing. They're like, oh, why?
I have to do that.
I mean, I do store my boxes flat for the most part. I tend to have them as you sort of would see them in a store almost.
Like a store, yeah.
That's how I prefer to have them. I get people like to have them like books.
I mean, they do look. It is satisfying to see everyone, especially when they put it in the IKEA square shelves, and it's just
Metallics.
all like Danny's got, it is very, very satisfying to just have them lined up like a book in a library. But the idea
problem
of
where
taking
I
it
reach
off,
is like when they're not the same. I'm like,
yeah, that would annoy me too much, far too much.
what do I do with this?
It's like, just line
no.
up properly.
That's a bad one for me. It's a bad alert.
Next to
I used the term calyx in like a non-board gaming setting once, and very recently actually.
How'd that go?
And they were like, "A what?" Like,
yeah,
like the
never shopped at
cube
IKEA.
from IKEA, the cube, like, like, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that, yeah. It's a
They're,
special
like,
sort
really
of person to know
confused.
what
They're like,
calyx is.
What is it? It's a shelf. It's the actual
it's a
name of the shelf. It'd be like if you're calling any shelf by its actual name instead of just saying it's a shelf.
Yeah. I'm a contrarian in that as well, because I don't particularly like the calyx cubes. I prefer a proper shelf. Personally.
There.
Proper shelf.
Proper shelf.
Proper, not an improper shelf.
Not to be confused with an improper shelf.
No. We don't talk about the improper shelves. They know what they do.
What does that mean?
So tiles cannot be placed next to a matching terrain resource, which is that's
Oh boy.
That's actually pretty rough right now.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I just got confused because I've got an extra button popped up saying corporation action, but I think that's based on my tech level and the tech I've unlocked.
Yes.
Let's see.
This is
Yes, it is.
this is less than ideal.
Is that what I want?
Oh, by the way, for anyone who is wondering, we play until someone is unable to place a tile down, I believe is the end game trigger.
420 rounds.
Oh, is it 20? Is it 20 rounds in there?
Oh.
I thought I was only in the solo mode.
With the events,
Because we're playing with the events.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So be mindful that you might have 2 less rounds possibly. Also be mindful that there's a Lacuna player at the table, and those cheese holes are pretty tough to fill up.
That's me.
Yeah.
No.
So it may go a lot sooner than you think.
It's possible.
If you ever want a really good challenge, play the solo mode with Lacuna. It's very difficult to get the shape sometimes, but if you I got it to work once, and I was like beyond excited.
Yeah.
Very rewarding.
That's great. Lacuna's a 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lacuna is the
What's
4.
the hardest? Is it a 4?
Yeah. I think there's.
Oh boy.
Is Oblivion a 4 too? I think it is.
Oh, I
Is
saw
it?
Oblivion and was
If
absolutely
not, it should
terrified.
be. It's tough.
It should be.
That's the one with
Okay.
the orange planet, right?
Yeah.
Where
the
you have to
black
work
hole.
around with the ice in the corners.
The black hole, yeah.
Ploding sun. Sort of.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
I don't know the science stuff.
I don't know, it could be. I just said what I saw. It looked like the sun eating itself. So that's all I'm calling
That
it.
would make sense.
That's
That
basically
would make
correct.
sense.
Oh wow. I know
You've
science.
got it, Laura.
Space month here on Sovereignty.
We're learning. I should have did like space facts or something.
Oh no, that's okay. We're
Oh, look at
learning.
that card.
We're learning. Another one, Dom.
Got another one. I picked up one this round.
Guys. What?
All right. I hope
Are
there's
we
some
gonna
good
have
stuff
a-
left over.
Candle corner, Laura, today.
No, we've run out. Well, we have a lot of candles, but I've kind of introduced them all. So what I need to probably do is leave them for a while and revisit them so that then I'm
There
still
you go.
surprised by the scents that come out. Otherwise, if I just keep doing them, I'll be like, oh yeah, this one smells like flowers.
Do you have any space ones?
No, we
No,
can't. All
Fantasy kind of.
They're all fantasy ones.
I'm curious. Game tea.
And then there are new ones, which is like the Queen's. No.
Oh, okay.
Bard's Sonnet, and then the Queen's Lament or something like that. And
I'm looking it up.
there's a lot of new ones which we probably need to get on, but I actually need to use the candles first. Otherwise, I want to have a shelf of candles. which isn't
Yes, please.
necessarily a bad thing.
It is not a
But
bad thing.
It's just, I need to remember to kind of put
Light
one in
things?
here every Wednesday. And while we're playing, we have a nice smell, and then I can do like a nice roundup at the end of
I have mine next to me. Like,
Oh, lovely. We've got so many. And I've got like a couple over Christmas. And I'm just, every room needs a candle, and I just need to light it whenever I'm in every single room.
We will call the
There you
fire
go.
department before we do that, because that sounds like a hazard.
make sure you extinguish your candles, everyone.
Only you can stop candles from burning.
That's a good smoky reference for
Thank you.
a country that doesn't have smoky is not a thing over here.
No.
I was
Oh,
like,
you-
how do you know the smoky rise? Is that like a US?
I mean, it's probably
Yeah.
just one show that I've watched. It's just stuck with me. Only you can stop forest fires.
Feels like a Simpsons reference at some point, and
Probably.
it's
To
like,
be fair, I think it's a wide range joke. I think it's probably on a lot of things. It's just ingrained in my brain that a bear would tell you to stop forest, saying it's your responsibility to stop the earth from burning.
oh no, my picnic basket's on fire, boo boo.
Turns out I'm more flammable than the average bear. Ah!
Oh no! Save
Good
them.
stuff.
Save the bears.
Um,
Pick a tile.
do-
You're just definitely just spinning this around.
there are many fascinating conversations happening at the same time here, and I'm trying to listen in and be a good host.
No, pick a tile so we can play the
Pick a
game.
tile. Once you pick a tile, then you can jump on board with all the
There you go.
conversations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, orange alert. Rovers cannot move on to rover terrain this turn.
Not too bad.
Okay, that's fine.
Rover's gonna rover, so don't get
These
another
are the
rover.
vehicles you're looking for.
Rover's gonna rover. Oh yay!
All right, well that's a nice little Tetris piece
Well.
that I chose for myself.
Oh, that's another. Oh, I can put.
Hmm.
Ooh. Ooh, where do I want to put you? Oh,
Civ. Oop.
where
Energy.
do I want to put you? I've got a lot of life pods in like a row, and it's really just covering up this middle space, which I really want.
Oh, I have a second rover. Hello, friends.
So I'm going to get that one and put you somewhere.
I tell you what,
Over the rainbow.
I've been playing My City on Board Game Arena.
So have I.
And
Ooh.
it is refreshing to come to a polyomino tile placement game where I can flip the tiles over.
I agree. I'm so
frustrating.
frustrated by that.
This is perfect. It can go. No, it can't. Ah! So annoying.
Yeah.
Very convincing you. You do some good games, but please let it flip.
Just
let, him,
Yeah.
let me flip the tile.
I wonder what the reasoning for not flipping is. Is it like an art reason? Like the back, like I don't have the physical copy. Is the back of the tile like blank or something?
I haven't opened up my physical. I think from what I've heard, the physical copy on the back of it is blank, or at least it's a neutral color. I don't know if it's because you're supposed to put them out in a certain way. The only reason I can think of is because some of the tiles, the purple ones, they are mirrored. They are mirrors of the regular ones. That's the only reason I can think of. So it's to give that level of challenge.
Sure, yeah. Because not all of them need have that, the lack of symmetry. Some of them have symmetry, some don't, but
yeah.
Beat you
That's-
right.
Playing this has restored my faith in humanity.
Just put that as your tagline for the main
Yeah, there you
tagline
go.
for this game. It has restored my faith in humanity.
That can if you want to clip that and use it in the Kickstarter for expansions or anything like that, then
that's a good one.
Being able to flip the tiles.
out of context quotes.
Out of context, EatCrit survive.
This game has. Good stuff.
It was not a space pun. It would have been better if there was a space pun.
It would have been better
It
if
would
it had
have.
a
I'm
space
sorry,
pun.
no pressure. Just have a thing.
Ooh, that was a big turn for me. Sometimes you get this turn that goes on so many decisions,
Yeah, when you get those nice chaining turns, when you've just got all the tracks lined up to just go and synergy boost, and synergy boost, and synergy boost.
So many.
Yeah.
I'm just going like, I'll boost this one. I need this one right now. I'll boost this one.
Yeah.
Very step-by-step brain here.
Did you just pick another Civ card from deck 2? John?
Yeah, he did. Or he's got another Civ at some point.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's your ability lets you regress a track, doesn't it? So are you just regressing to the Civ 2 and then bouncing back up to doing it again?
Yep.
You are foiled.
So once we get to Civ 2, there will be nothing.
Yeah, he's cleaning it out.
He is.
Yeah.
You sinister genius.
What do I want?
It's for the good
It
of
remains to be
humanity.
seen if it's genius.
Well, it's restrictive to us.
Certainly. When I started My City on BGA, I accidentally clicked play twice. And so, I know it's a 24 game campaign, right? So I was like, okay, well, I'll go for it. And then I'm like, well, I feel bad leaving this other player hanging too. So I played 2 of the same campaigns, and one of them went really fast, and the other one's still gone.
Yeah, I think where am I up to? I'm up to episode 5, I think, now.
Yeah, it's 24.
Yeah, out of the 24. It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
So, with it being the new year, what can we expect going forward from Sovranti as a start, apart from the sort of fun stuff that's happening on the YouTube channel?
Okay. Wait, let me make my decision.
Yeah,
Yes,
hold on.
as we can advance by that.
Important decision first.
This is an important decision.
Very important stuff. Okay. What is new in Sovereignty? So yeah, we have the new YouTube mini series coming out. It should come out next week or the following week. We haven't decided yet for sure, but it'll be soon. And then we are going to Con of the North in February. So anyone who's in Minnesota, feel free to come to Con of the North. And then let's see, we're going to PAX East in what month? End of March.
Yep.
So we'll be there in Boston. So that's kind of like our events, I guess. For games, we just released Space Base, and then we have Mission Catastrophe is in development along with Lockup. So Mission Catastrophe is from Cardboard Alchemy, and then Lockup's from Thunderworks Games. And then we have Castles by the Sea from oh my gosh, I totally just lost all train of thought. I think it's Brotherwise Games. There we go. And then let's see, what else do we have coming out? We should have the Night Cage. We're currently working on the advanced mode, so the base version is in Sovereignty right now, but then we're working on the advanced version, so that's exciting. Yeah, lots coming out soon, hopefully.
Looking
I
forward
think
to
that's it.
Every time I log in, there's something new to explore. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Big fan of it.
Been exciting. We hired a lot of new developers. I want to say it was like June, but I could totally be making that up. I feel like last year just went by so fast. But they are there's a lot more of them, so they're getting to work on more games, which is great and makes it go by faster. More testing to do. Yeah.
Keep yourself busy.
Yeah. So that's our end. That's kind of what's new.
Nice. What about for you, Adam? Is there anything else on the horizon coming from yourselves?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it might have been pre-stream, but I mentioned we're gearing up for another crowdfunding event for an expansion for Planet Unknown. Q2 probably TBD. We're going to be introducing some pretty cool new modules that you can play with that add a little bit of asymmetry, but then just like do a lot of really cool things. So, and I haven't released a ton of information yet. We're kind of going to the final development like next weekend.
Sure.
So once that's locked up, then I'll probably start sharing.
Yeah, of course.
And then let's see, I just signed a new game like 4 or 5 days ago. So that was pretty exciting.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, a designer that lives in Hong Kong created this abstract strategy game, and I'm just a sucker for a really good abstract strategy game. So we'll work on that, and then we're gonna do our first party game this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, and with Adam's Apple Games, our thing is like it's got to have a unique component. So for the party game, I probably was annoying you guys, but I was just cleaning up a 3D print like on stream while we were doing this. Like with my screw, with my pliers, with my snippers, all that. And the party game, I'm gonna hold up the camera real quick. It has like a component that fits together like a USB drive. Kind of like that. And the concept is like you're trying to find someone at the table that you disagree with. But your choice is on the back, and your choice is like an anonymous pick. So nobody else at the table knows if you like it or you dislike it. So it navigates like like a lot of different topics really well. It plays well with with icebreakers. It plays well with friends and everything in between. So it's a really cool, unique component. And then when you're playing, you like slide the thing forward and try to kind of like connect it with someone else, which is just a cool feeling at the table that I haven't really seen a party game do. It has a little bit of like the Happy Salmon vibe where you're sort of, reaching across the table doing something.
Sure.
And actually connecting with someone, which is cool. Okay, I got to pick a step card. Sorry, I'm holding you up.
Exciting.
That's okay. No, it's great to hear about these things, because there's so many games coming out over the next so many years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's nice to hear a little bit of detail about things that are coming from the pipeline. It's really interesting. Nice to see the niches in there.
Yeah, it's always tough when you step into a new genre, I think, too, because people that make party games probably know what they're doing, but I feel like I kind of have a good handle on crowdfunding now finally. But like this is completely different, so I feel like it's a big risk, right? So it's fun taking risks. Kind of makes you feel alive, and if it's it's worth doing, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this as an example of a first release has been huge for you. So I think is great. This is the first one, right? From you guys?
No, there's the whole backlog of stuff.
Oh,
this is like 8, maybe 7 or 8.
Well, that
How many have you designed, Adam?
What was that?
How many have you designed?
Oh, good question. I like to do like one design myself or partnering with someone, and then bring in another designer. So it helps me sort of manage like the development cycle. It's a long cycle.
We have on Sovranti, we have Truck Off is also from Adam's Apple Games.
Yeah.
I don't know if we played that one yet. We should play that one.
Yeah, we can give that a go, Nick, in the future.
I was gonna ask, do any of your new games coming out, Adam, have some fun flavor text? Because Truck Off has really fun flavor text, and then the Planet Unknown one has them in the cards as well, the event deck. Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah. So we have a lot of times that comes up in like a crowdfunding campaign. Actually, we'll focus on ways the community can contribute. A lot of times playtesting and feedback is a great way to contribute, but then also the naming of things is a fantastic way to get people excited about a project. So all these planets are all community named. Like we had massive votes, like 1,000+ people were voting.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. And then in Truck Off, we were asking people to come up with food-related puns.
Oh, wow.
They're good.
Inspired by a specific genre. So there'd be like food puns that are also music puns, or food puns that are also movie puns, stuff like that.
They're good.
I bet you got tons.
Could be good, but I bet a load of them were just a play of the crap.
Yeah, there was a pile of crap for sure. And on those, I think we were selective ourselves, but we didn't like have a community vote. But in Planet Unknown, there were so many good ideas that we just like the community will pick the best thing for us.
Yeah. That's awesome. I do like it when crowdfunding campaigns do that. They reach out and they get those suggestions through from people, because I think it really does build that sense of community behind the game.
Yeah, for sure.
You have input into it.
Mm.
Plus food puns. What is not fun about food puns?
Yeah, they're good. There's some really clever ones in there. There's a couple of duds too.
But it's not a pun unless it makes you groan a little bit and go,
yeah.
It's like a good dad joke. It just makes everyone in the room go, why?
And then the funny thing about the flavor text in the events in Planet Unknown is it's just like they're small cards, and so there's not a lot of space to write things. And at some point I was like, oh man, we get to do all this flavor text. Like, we're making cards, we should probably explain the theme about it, right? So I had my co-designer Ryan take a first crack at it, and I remember looking at his flavor text that he came up with, and I'm like, man, I'm not feeling it. But then I shared it with other people, and they're like, this is hilarious. And so we pretty much went with everything that he wrote. So like all the flavor text is Ryan.
All right, we are.
I love flavor text. Flavor text is actually one of my favorite things about a game.
It is.
For instance, Everdell.
Mm-hmm.
In the instruction booklet, there was so much flavor text. I think I spent probably a good 10 minutes just reading it. I didn't learn anything about how to play the game, but I learned about the history of those little animals in Everdell, and it's just so cute. I think it just makes a game, especially a game that has humorous flavor text. I think, is it Galaxy Trucker that's got a quite humorous instruction booklet?
Yeah, the instruction booklet on Galaxy Trucker is quite entertaining.
It's quite a dry sense of humor, and any sort of flavor text with humor in it is my sort of level of humor.
That's great to hear. I think it sometimes you lose sight of like, oh man, we put so much work into this thing, but then when people really do appreciate the things that almost don't matter to the game but do matter.
Yeah. 100%. If I think I would enjoy a game a lot more if I can tell the people that created it actually liked their own game enough to include little like, it's almost like little Easter eggs. It's just like, it's just fun little quips where it's just not, right, we're going to make a game. It's like, no, we're going to make like a game and we're going to have some fun with it. And we're just going to throw these little bits in here so that if you do read the entire instruction booklet, you're going to get a laugh out of it. And it's not just, here's how to play the game. And plus, I think you're more likely to get people to actually read the instruction booklet if it's got some humor in it. Otherwise, people will just be like, just flip through and have a quick look.
Right, that's true.
I wish that's how I learned games.
Just read all the
like if I'm learning, it's either we're watching like a full tutorial of like somebody being like, okay, here's the setup, right?
Yeah.
And then I pause it. I'm like, okay. Or it's me literally like, okay, page 1. Everyone ready? Like
let's read it together. Yeah.
And my husband has patiently listened to many of them. And then he goes, so what do we do?
Oh, that is the bane of my life.
Sorry.
Let me tell you what we do. The videos he's better at, but listening to me read on and on. I'm getting better at it. Like, I think I'm better at it now that you like understand games. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, if I can relate a game to a game we've already played, it makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Like, this is like you do in
this part is like this game. This part is like this game.
Yes.
Put it together and it's this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the nice things about games, the more you play, the more sort of you might not know the specific rules, but you can relate it to something you've done before. It gets easier to pick up new ones.
Yeah, for sure. The potential trap is you think you know it, and then but there's like some little clever rule, and you're like, this just doesn't make sense, but if you almost like read past the specific rule that you were expecting to be there but wasn't there or whatever.
Yep. Everyone's really good at asking questions.
Oh my God.
Sometimes a little too good. I'm like, you can read like that, and they're like, no, you can read the rule book. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm even
I know
reading.
the sovereignty game. If it's a sovereignty game, I can answer that question. But I'm like, if it's not, I'm like, I don't know. Look it up.
No, I'm the same.
Yeah, it's when people say, how does this relate to this? It's like, that's literally my next bullet point. That is the wait.
And he does
Wait.
have bullet points. When we
Hold
go
your
around
questions
and
to
play
the end,
there's
thank you.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the projector and the slideshow set up. It's just, it needs to be done.
That was a tough turn for me.
I am
So
having
far,
real.
Lacuna's doing okay.
Yeah.
I don't have too many big gaping holes that I don't think I could fit with the right piece. But
That's going pretty nicely for you.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm playing a strong points game here. I think I'm just
Absolutely not. I am.
I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying to neatly fit everything together.
I've had some tiles that have come
Me
up
as
that I've just gone, ugh, do I have to? But that's the game. That is how that is
What was yours again? What was your power of your planet?
my planet.
Yeah.
I have no water. I just have these
I
energy.
have no
trails.
water.
But if I play energy down, I can use this trail to connect to terrain type. So basically, I can bump up anything with my energy now because of where it's connected.
Ah, okay.
Dom's on the Civ 3
Another
cards.
Well, I made the mistake of putting both my rovers on the one side of the planet.
Oh no, did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's the point of the that's
Oh,
one.
no.
I know.
Oh, boy.
I placed the tile and then I realized it was on the wrong side of the planet and I
Yeah.
couldn't undo it. And that was like,
Yeah.
Tragic, Laura.
but it's fine because there's a lot of meteors on that side of the planet. So
Yeah.
Hopefully you get the Civ card. I think there's a Civ card that
There might be
allows
a
you to
s-
transport. Is that
Yeah.
that is a thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
to do what?
That lets you teleport one of your Civ.
Move
one of
your rover.
The Civ card lets you move one of your rovers to somewhere else.
Also, I mean that's great if I'd have actually moved my Civ track at all this game.
Oh yeah.
Well, good luck, Laura.
I've not played a good game.
Mistakes have been made.
If I regress my rover tracker, will it take the rover off?
No.
No.
God
Will
damn
not.
it!
No.
Although I suppose you could regress it far enough so that you can get a third rover.
No, you can't get any more rovers.
You can't
than
get any
your-
more.
I only have 2 rovers.
Your,
Well, it's fine. I'll just plant all the
thing
meteorites
allows.
on
your
that
corporation allows.
side. Okay. We're on turn 12 and I already regret many decisions that I've made. It's fine. It's fine. You've got all the meteorites I have to collect.
I spy Flamecraft hiding in the back there, Danny. I am.
I think I can do this one.
Oh, I love
It is.
There it is.
It was one of Laura's favorite
It's-
games of last year.
Top 3?
I think it was. I think it was in your top three. Yeah.
It's Ooh, that's
I read the
exciting.
instructions to myself this time,
Mm.
but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's amazing. isn't it?
Yeah, we streamed it before the holidays, and it was a.
Yeah, I saw that. I bummed I missed that one.
Well, it's up on our YouTube channel now, so it's
Yeah, I can go back and watch it.
watch me get heckled by
Um,
Laura as I bumble my way through the rules.
Do I heckle you? I heckle you all the time. That was a silly question, wasn't it?
Me?
I'm your number one fan and your number one critic.
Number one fan, number one cause for consternation and regret.
Hey, wow. Wow. Love you
That
too.
Escalated.
I think those vows need work, Luke, before the wedding.
Yeah,
Well,
they
you know,
do. We like to be honest in this relationship.
Good point.
I promise to be your number one fan and your biggest critic.
Yes.
Gee, thanks.
Yes, I will. Honest, so you can improve yourself as a person.
Let
When
me tell
are you
what-
getting married? Is it this year or next,
Next
year?
year.
Yeah.
March next
2024?
year.
Okay.
Yeah, March 24.
Put it in your diaries, guys. We'll stream it live on EatCrit. Don't.
If the venue has enough
Don't.
Gave him the opportunity, he would.
It means we have to invite fewer people, okay?
You can watch it live.
Yeah,
Totally.
fine.
That's what we did.
Mm.
You can watch it live.
Yeah, because you had
Not on Twitch, but
you had two ceremonies, didn't you? Effectively, you had your
did,
actual wedding, and then
yeah.
you had a second wedding when you could have people around.
yeah, we got married in 2020, so it was pretty limited the number of people we could invite. So, so we just did our immediate family, and then this past year, so 2022, we did our reception with
Oh, cool.
the party. Yeah.
It's a good excuse to wear the dress again, I suppose.
Yes, I've worn it 3 times now because I've worn it at my bridal shower because everything was out of order. So like we got married and then we had a bridal shower in 2021. So like each year we had something. So my mom's just like, what if you like surprised all the gals, you know?
All the gals.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because they've already seen it. Like everyone knows what it looks like. So it's like it wasn't like a surprise. So yeah. So now not many people can say that. They got to wear their wedding dress 3 times. So.
No, definitely not.
And when it's with the same person, that's probably the other thing. Because
Yeah.
someone has definitely worn it like 4 times
True.
for 4 different weddings. So
Yeah. So now I don't know what to do with it though. I'm like wrestling with the idea of like, do you keep it? It's huge. Like it's very, very large. So, well, a different 2023's problem, I guess.
yep.
We'll have to decide that this year.
We've got quite a few places here now that you can like sell your wedding dress on, and I don't just mean on like eBay, but genuine like wedding dress shops.
Stores.
Maybe
I should look into that.
They'll dry clean it for you, and then they'll actually sell it on to other people. Obviously, for not what you paid for it, but I love that idea. I'm very much like I hate throwing things away when I've only used it a few times. Like I've got t-shirts which are like over a decade old, and it's like, but I hate the idea of it just sitting in a box up in the attic. It's like, what with it? So make some money off of it. Just give it to someone else.
Yeah, someone else enjoy it.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And then by the time I this is what happened with my prom dresses. It was like 8 years later where I was like, I don't need this. And then like it's way out of style.
Yeah.
No one wants it.
Yeah. That's the only problem. Wedding dresses go very out of style very quickly.
Right. So
but what you get?
Laura, do you need a wedding dress?
I do have one already, thank you.
Dom, do you need one?
Dom,
anyone need a wedding dress?
Only if we do live action cosplay for our D&D campaign.
We have got plans for doing doing some of our photo shoots as being with the D&D lots, which will be entertaining.
And what, you want Dom to be in a wedding dress as well?
Well,
is that where this is going?
He'll be in character.
This is the first I'm hearing of
the
this.
important thing.
Well,
I'll have to guess the blonde wig.
Well, we need one Laura as well for Cassian and big muscles.
Me and Dom will just have to switch outfits if we're going to be like playing our own D&D characters. Because for one, in D&D, I'm a dude.
Yeah.
Hang on. Are you just doing this so you can dress up as God and have people worship you?
100% with like the clothes.
It's my wedding, and I'll dress up if I want to.
I'll come walking down the aisle, and you'll just be there. Like you will be the one conducting the ceremony
in the presence of me. No, because we're not having a. We have to have a non-secular ceremony. So
which one would I like to do?
Let's ask Rover.
We got to get this rover moving. Might as well.
Yeah, I'm realizing I've got some stuff. I got some Rover stuff I need to clean up.
I got some Rover stuff. What would I like to do?
Are you sure it's not just going to be welcome to our wedding? Roll for initiative.
Yeah,
I mean,
bring your own dice.
Bring your own.
There will be dice on the table.
There'll be dice everywhere. Anybody got any giant dice they'd like to loan us?
You can do like is it themed? You don't have to say, but I'm like,
no, it's fine. I mean, it's a castle we're getting married in. So
Yeah.
Lovely.
it was one of Laura's big things, but after going engaged, she was like, I'd love to get married in a castle. And then we started looking at like converted barns.
Because
Which is the thing in the UK. So
Oh yeah, it's the thing in the US too.
Sorry. Jokingly, I was like, I want to be a princess. I want to get married in a castle. And little did I know that was actually deep down what I wanted. But after, like, initially, we went and looked at places like the converted barns and everything. Kind of, more the thing that is very, very popular now.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing was just hitting right. And then we went and saw this castle. And we both left, and we were like, we really like it. And I was just like, I was just joking when I said about a castle, but no, it's brilliant.
So now I want to get married in a castle.
So now we're really leaning into the whole we're getting married in a castle. Let's go crazy. So
there's going to be dragons dotted around, possibly. You wouldn't get over this.
Possibly, maybe.
It depends on the budget. It might just be like little
D&D minis.
D&D minis, just little ones on the table everywhere. Or something. But the one thing I really wanted to do was each table would be a different class from D&D, and I'm going to try and like make the centerpieces to go with that. If nothing else is themed, I would be happy with that. So
that's cute.
But also because we've got the space for it, there's a library in there which we're going to put a bunch of party games into.
Yeah, we're going to put a bunch of games in there for people to play as well.
Nice.
We don't exactly have lots of. We're not exactly. Me and you aren't exactly drinky people.
No.
But we have a handful of drinky people. But most people, we're just like they much prefer to play games and have like a quiet drink rather than have a drinks and get mad on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So I really need to pick a tile.
Moderate drinkers. In some aspects. My family, on the other hand, maybe not so. But so there you go. March 2024. Adam, if you want to get that party game ready, we can include it on the wedding.
Let me see what I can do. I think we could do that.
Combined wedding and launch party.
Yeah. Maybe a wedding gift and launch party. Yeah.
There you go.
It'll be the fanciest introduction to a game. Why is she in a big white dress and he's wearing a really nice suit? That is something that
I have photos of me and Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber playing. We were playing Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber at our wedding. We have photos of that.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant. On Sovranti, of course.
Of course.
Love it.
So we were like on our phones. My sister-in-law took the photos because we didn't. Our photographer was done. She's a wedding photographer, so she's very qualified. But yeah. So it was like, but never would have pictured that like 3 years ago that I would have taken photos of me playing board game on my phone at my wedding day.
That's awesome.
But here we are. It was fun. I loved my job.
It's like games on your wedding day.
Hanging out. Good time.
Okay.
We'll have to get you across to one of the UK cons at some point, Dani.
I know.
Join us over here.
We're trying to go to Europe at some point, my husband and I. So, but I think it's going to be 2024 or 5. We're starting to like map out yearly. We're going to Japan this year, so that's exciting.
Cool.
And then
that's on my bucket list.
Yeah, same here.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
We've got that as a possible honeymoon destination.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
Well, speaking of places to go, there's been a bunch of photos popping up on the internet today of the Mario themed cafe that's opening up at a Disney. Is it Disney or Universal Studios?
It wouldn't
in the US?
Or
the one in Japan?
There's one opening in the US, but I think it's a copy of one from Japan.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I don't know if the US one is open, but I'm pretty sure the Japan one is open. But yeah, I keep getting those too, Dom. I'm like, yesterday I was like, what you like, any special things like we want to do in Japan? Because we're kind of travelers where we're like, okay, we'll pick a couple of things that we for sure want to do, but otherwise we just kind of want to explore. And I was like, well, apparently I need to go to a themed cafe because I've gotten Kirby, I've gotten Mario, I've gotten like all Pokemon I've gotten. I'm like, okay, apparently we need to go to a themed cafe.
No, I think that's a huge part of
it's a big part of
Japanese
their.
culture, isn't
It's a
it?
huge,
Yeah.
it's a massive thing. I was watching
Oh, yeah.
James. There's a TV presenter over here, James May, who went across to Japan, and he sort of went around as a bumbling Englishman, wandering through what is the most foreign country we can possibly imagine for us.
Yeah.
And sort of going around and looking at all the different quirks of the different regions of Japan. And it was really interesting watching them go into like cat cafes and like proper, like even like model trains. But they've got sort of cafes, and the sort of the nerd culture is so revered, almost.
Yeah.
Which is really fascinating as a nerd.
Yeah.
A
lot of I think there's a lot of themed cafes in general.
Oh,
is what I've gathered, but I don't know. But I think based on my little bit of research, I've never been there or lived there, but yeah.
Just did a quick little bit of research, and the cafe thing opens at Universal Studios Hollywood on February 17th in LA.
Oh.
Because isn't there a Super Mario World that's already open in Japan?
I think so.
There's going to be one in Universal
in Florida,
California.
I think that might be just what Dom's picked up.
No.
Yeah, I think that
was a cafe. There's an actual Super Mario World.
Yeah, it's a theme park and cafe.
Right, yeah,
it's open the cafe.
Yeah, it's the actual Super Mario's World, where there's like rides, and it's just like being in the middle of a Super Mario level. It's absolutely insane.
We have got some choices to make here, folks.
Oh, no.
Advancing the Civ, biomass, or water trackers. 3 positions.
Yeah, that's a big choice. So the way Civ works, if multiple people get to the same milestone on the same turn, it's based on the ties are broken based on the location, the station commander token. So right now, Sapphire would be the first to draw the level 2 or whatever milestone she would get to if another player tied.
Yes. Do you still get
the benefits? It says on this.
I was going to say, you don't get the benefits. Do you still get the Civ cards on that?
Oh, yeah, maybe not. Just GP.
Oh.
Well, I guess Civ.
I guess I'm doing water then.
Yeah, right.
What is our plan?
I am going to do Civ actually, because I am 1 spot below the Civ track, so that kind of works out for me.
Oh, bummer! I can't move the rower. Well, we're gonna destroy another one. It's like right next to my rover.
Destroy the rovers.
Right in front of the rover.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Civ. I did the same thing. I'm not going to get that benefit, but dang it, you're right.
I'm not quite. I've got 1 more space to go for the Civ, which is kind of my saving grace here.
Very nice.
What could I do?
Change my mind. We're gonna do that. Oh, and I get my other rover. Perfect. Gather the meteor. I collected my first life pod. I've destroyed 3.
At least it's not negative points for destroying them.
This is true. It's what is that? It's just a 1 point swing. You're just 1 point. 1 point to your possibility.
They add up though. All those 1 pointers, they add up.
Alrighty. Well, let's have a look at the holy board that's may cause the end to us all. There's still quite a bit of space on there. We're fine. We got a little while.
I'm doing just.
Yeah, she's doing well.
That is neat and tidy, and I appreciate.
Luke's doing well, neat and tidy.
I've got 1 hole here that I need to fill with a biomass patch at some point, but I'm okay for the moment.
Sapphire's neat and tidy as well. Dom is neat and tidy. I feel like I'm the one that's going to cause the end.
Wow. Kind of half a board that's neat and tidy.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, your board's tricky though.
You've got some interesting spots that you've got some very specific tile placement spots like you could go for. Like you've got a plus there, which is quite nice. You've got your restriction of not getting your certain terrains in certain areas, I suppose. Or is it just the resource?
It's the resource, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so you might be okay.
Yeah.
Got a lot of little holes poking through. Oh man, I like this game.
I'm just thinking. I'm stressing over the fact that my rovers are on my one side of the planet. It's fine. It's fine.
Try and get up the Civ track.
She says, "I'm trying. I've just realised.
I'm
trying. I'm trying."
I was gonna say, where did all the level 3 cards go? But
Dom's having a look at them.
Dom adds them
sitting in
all.
Dom's hand, of course.
I'm probably not going to find a sick.
I'm debating between two that are both tempting me.
Because my rover can't cross over for
The
anything.
smart play.
Not unless it's teleported.
How's that? Oh, look, you get to pick a Civ Night card
I
now.
think it's a Civ.
Ooh.
I could do that, and I could pick a tile.
If you want to do
So that's possible.
I shouldn't be looking at what
You
you're
shouldn't.
picking.
You're not going to pick.
I'm not. I'm barely keeping up with my own turns, let alone what you're picking.
Interesting that you can't inspect the
Zoom in.
Civ cards. That's true. I can zoom in on them. But I
Zoom
just
in.
can't inspect
Oh
them.
yeah, when you're choosing them, yeah, or yeah, they are not in fact.
Advance all trackers to the 5th position, which feels like that's a very late.
Yeah, late to do that.
I mean, it kind of helps with my water, I guess. Gives me
It's pretty good for water, though. Yeah.
Meteorites, that could be interesting. I realize I'm talking about what the cards are, but doesn't really matter.
I'm going to see how
We can watch your stream too.
Yeah, exactly. You could just log on and just see what I'm doing.
Dom's got a very nice, neat planet. I like it. Wow, I'm impressed with Dani's. How you've managed to everything's mine would be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's really satisfying to look at.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is when my real
that's
life.
very nice working around the holes.
Oh yeah, just that sort of satisfying.
There we go. Let's bump up my water a few spaces. At least I'm getting some points.
Get some points.
There's a reason why I'm the one that always packs the car when we go anywhere. Fit everything in there. Very nice. Very neat.
A-star in Tetris.
Get it all.
Played Tetris for years for this moment.
It's a unique skill board gamers and video gamers have, is just being able to pack a car efficiently.
Yeah. Look for that dead space. It's a shame that though when you get a line it doesn't disappear.
That's true.
I mean, I wouldn't want my luggage to vanish into the ether, but
But more of a Mary Poppins bag kind of experience.
Yeah.
It's just
you could get it back.
it's there. It's just not visible.
Yeah.
yes. I wouldn't like to go, oh great, I can fit my shoes right in there. Well, I've lost those forever.
I've now lost my shoe.
I knew it was a mistake to bring the bag of devouring.
Not again.
Om nom nom.
Oh, now this is one of the other end game triggers: is if a depot is completely out of tiles, which we are partially close to.
Oh no.
Well, it's got to be both stacks.
Both
Both
stacks,
of the
yeah.
stacks, yeah. And if it's just on a 1, you do get sort of forced to make that decision. So that also can trigger the end quick.
Oh, planetary ability. Regress tech or water.
No, thank
Oh.
you.
Guess I'm going to regress water because I like having my tech. So what are my options?
Sure.
They are tolerable.
Sure. Okay. What tiles have I been given this time? What have I got? Okay. Humana.
Let's go. Let's get that last life pod. Yay.
What would I do? Let's go for this one. Sure.
I am also very appreciative of the ability to switch between rovers and split up the movements.
Yes, me too.
Good.
That has come in to help a lot.
We when we were like developing the game, we kind of wrote down the questions that players were asking, and we just started saying yes to all of them. Like, it didn't matter what you asked, the answer is yes, and then we'd write it down.
I appreciate
like
that as a strategy.
Yeah, right. As a game design philosophy, like, give the players what they want.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get what you want, which is us buying your game.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. This is, I mean, it's interesting too, because this is the first, I guess, polyomino game that that we made as a company, but it felt like the most natural for whatever reason. Like this one just, just kind of felt right.
Yeah, it's a very smooth experience.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that is jarring or doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Just everything works, which is always really nice.
Can't figure out.
Yeah. And even when sort of complicated stuff's happening, like those turns where you do manage to chain a bunch of signatures together, it's just simple things interacting. It's not a whole complicated thing. It all makes it's just using the basics in a clever way.
Yeah. I think one of the, like, some of the coolest things that we were able to do, especially with like the civ track in particular and the tech tracks, is you don't need to understand the technology or the civ card until you get there. And so by the time you get there, like, there's a lot of rules that you've just already learned from interfacing with the game. So we didn't have to explain that at the beginning.
Yeah. And I appreciate that all the different corporations have got different tech balances, which I think is really interesting. Like those different sort of benefits from, sort of like in Terraforming Mars, where you have those different corporations doing different things.
Yeah.
Right, which I like. I think it's clever. I think it's very well balanced.
Yeah, I mean, balance wasn't our goal, but
oh yeah,
we really wanted to just try to make them as unique and different as possible without making the game like a different, like too hard to unapproachable, right? So like, how can you push the boundaries so far with the player experience that it feels different every time you play it?
Yeah.
And then the balance, we're like, well, if it's balanced, great. If it's not, like, we kind of thought about systems that would keep it in balance. Like, for example, every planet has in roughly a maximum of 40 points available on the planet. So, like that by itself caps out, like, it keeps the planets really well balanced. Some are more difficult to achieve that than others. Oh, I don't like that. Stop getting these bad events.
Yeah, the last time we played this, we got a lot of green.
We
played You probably played easy.
Oh, that's why. I was going to say, 'cause I'm pretty sure I didn't even know orange alerts existed until this game. You either got green or red, and we got a lot of green. Now I just feel like the game's being mean. No,
it is mean now. So mean.
It can be both. It can be mean and harder.
Yeah, mean's okay. Mean can be okay.
Let's see here.
I don't really want that. I don't know what I want.
Two very different things here, and neither of them are particularly useful.
Yeah, I've got annoyingly unuseful tiles.
I can see this.
Well, that at least lets me achieve something. It may cause problems for future me, but it lets me achieve something this round.
That's future use problem.
Yeah, it's future use problem.
True that. Okay.
Just undo. So let's do this and then do that. Yeah, let's have a little bit of comboing. Let's go.
I've reached the top of my tech track.
Ooh.
Okay, interesting. That's quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a good thing to have done that when there's still a bit of game to go, but
Right,
we'll see.
right.
It just means that you will not be bumping up that track anymore. So,
Yeah.
on the
Plus,
plus side, you've got 5 points. So,
yeah, and if when I have to regress my track, I could maybe use that.
True.
So it could work. We shall see.
let's have a look at what your new powers are with your specific tech abilities, because that's one of the benefits of having these sort of async boards. You have all those different tech abilities. So, Don, you've got look at all the remaining Civ cards and keep 2 at the end
of the game.
yeah,
Sounds incredible.
which is a really nice one. Gain a synergy whenever you claim a Civ milestone. Teleport your rover between any 2 Civ resources, 1 movement cost. Oh, Laura could have done with that.
Yeah,
What?
I've been having fun with that one.
Teleport. Dom can teleport his rover between any 2 Civ resources as a single movement. And then add a card from the next rank to your choices when you claim Civ milestones. That explains why you've been picking up so many cards. And gave movement based on your rover track when selecting a Civ card. Jeez. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah, I'm glad I've picked this corporation. They're a fun one to play with.
Yeah, it's hard to get rover movement with that corporation when you need it, unless you really focus on it. Oh, I feel like I can't pick this.
Do it.
Can't do it. Oh, it's so awful. All right. I wish I could keep it. I wish I could discard it just to be nice. I can't. Well, I'm the player that has the card to teleport her over to another location.
Oh,
So I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm so far down the
Oh.
Civ tracker, I wouldn't have gone there anyway. So,
No, you're picking a Civ card now.
am I? Oh,
Yeah, I had to do it. Oh,
but is it in the same?
I don't know. Is it level 2 you're getting?
it was level 2.
oh no.
I just cleaned it out. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say I can't pick one, can I?
No, because you are getting level 2.
And that was the one. That was the magic.
That was the cards.
No, Alan. It's fine. It's
I
my
ruined it.
like,
I ruined it.
I should
Everything's
know it's my own
fine.
fault.
This is the last time we invite designers in.
They show us how to play the game properly. I've learned.
I could have not said something. I don't know if it would have been as known, but just
Oh, no, I
happened
knew-
you were
I knew
also
it-
selecting.
I knew it was coming up, so I was.
Yeah.
So did I. I was like, oh.
That's right.
I had no idea.
Well, no, but we'd all looked at the cards already. So,
I had no idea.
right, I get additional placements, which is nice. So again, that's that bump up Civ, another energy.
Fancy.
I know, right? You get some bio. Do I want to store it to the end of the game? It kind of makes no difference whatsoever because it's going to go there anyway. So place that biomass. Yay.
I store it every time.
Always store it.
Yeah, well,
Always store it.
Okay.
Because you
I've been
never
thinking
know
about
at the
this a
end where
lot.
you actually
17.
want.
So we've got
Did you
4.
get your T yet? The T shape that you need? Or is that what you chose?
No, I
Okay.
the T has a meteorite on it, so I'm gonna pass on that.
Oh, okay.
do not gain milestone.
Oh, you gave
benefits
it to
when
me.
it's
I
done.
see how it is.
Yeah.
Eat.
Okay.
Actually, this one's. we can
That's
do this
okay. These events really keep you guessing, huh?
They do, which I like. I think it's a nice addition.
Oh no. Oops.
You fit very nicely right there. Run, Rover, run. I have many meteorites I need to pick up.
Me too, they're just on the outside of my planet.
Wah, wah.
Oh, well, it's fine.
It's okay.
Let's flip that around.
So Laura, Dom, and I each have an additional choice of depot to go for before we come to the end. Look right down as lazy Susan.
I've got
That does not look bad for placement.
3 meteorites just sat there.
So many meteorites about to come out onto the board.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh dear.
Right, well, probably not for me though, if I can rotate this the way I need to.
My fantasy starts to get a bit less neat now. I'm having to juggle tile placement and dealing with the events and trying to get everything to the best or least worst solution.
Mm-hmm.
Hey ho.
Well, let's do a thing to ruin everyone's day.
No, it's green.
Well, no, I mean,
It's
like,
a synergy.
Excellent.
it
That's
wasn't.
perfect.
It's not that one, but it is the fact that all of you have got at least one meteorite. I think Dani has managed to get away with just one.
Oh, thank you.
You get a meteorite. You get a meteorite. I get a synergy boost. Yay.
Oh, curses.
Let's
Hmm.
fun thing. Let's do bump up bio. Which gets another synergy boost. And then Rupfer. Now, did I see that, Adam, you are ignoring a tile placement room because it would end the game early?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not there yet.
I was
Trying to
wondering
figure
if
out what's going on.
that planet would do that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there are definitely certain things where you just like, it wouldn't be fun to end the game right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
As a result of, I think like too, the real issue is you could have someone spider the board like a spider web, and in like 7 turns probably not be able to play style.
I do hate it when I'm like a few steps away, just to like really just getting the thing that I've been aiming for this entire game, and Luke will turn around and be like, "Oh, that's the game over," and I'm like,
Game over.
No.
Sorry, not sorry.
I never trigger the end game, like never. Luke's like,
Yeah.
like 10 steps in front of me, and I'm like, I've barely got started.
It's one of the things of engine builders that does tend to bug me, is that usually the engine build, you get to peak efficiency of your engine, and then you just want one more turn to run it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. The end is near. Every time.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It teaches me to think quicker
You
and
do.
dawdle less.
Well, it's also a large tile, small tile situation. So in the start of the game, if you think about preference in this game in particular, think about preference for the large tile, you should, in theory, have a couple more spaces covered at the end of the game.
Yes. That makes sound sense.
Yeah.
But also harder to place them correctly, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
After a while, it does start to fill out too much, and you can't do anything. You get a silly card.
Oh.
yeah, it's getting pretty close to the end game, isn't it?
It is. I think we've got 2 turns left. Both Laura and Dom have got to choose a depot, and then that will be our last 2 turns, I think. Of course, Dom gets a Civ card.
At 4.
Why not?
Have a day.
I got the card that I got was pick up to 3 life pods off your planet. So I got the other 2 that was on the other side of the
Nice.
planet. Like, the saving grace at some point.
Just get a fishing rod off the back of the rover and just go, mine.
What do I like from this? No more meteorites, really. There's absolutely no point trying to move my rovers because there's nothing for them to move to on this side of the planet. Maybe this is also the problem. I've got quite a few rows that have meteorites on them. And did you say they don't score if
they cancel out? So at the end of the game, we will score for completed rows and columns as long as a meteorite is not on them. For each row and column, they have a different value depending on how big they are.
Arg.
So like these little tiny 2-spot ones are just a single point, but the entire column is something like 3 or 4.
Oh
3.
Boy.
3.
Okay, well, I'm turn 19. Oh my
yeah,
Lord.
we've got 2 placements left.
Easy points here, right? Okay, what's going to get me these points? Okay. Not much.
Oh.
Everything's got meteors. And I can't get them.
Chaos and nonsense.
Let's just have a look up here. Let's zoom in. Goodness me.
If it helps, I've got them up there.
No, I'm looking at them. Okay. Let me see what I've got them. Okay.
I appreciate the high fidelity when you zoom in on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it does a pretty good job of keeping really high resolution.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, that absolutely scuppers my idea.
Oh no.
Tiles
Oh, no.
placed on the planet edge.
What
Because,
is that?
because the
We might
planet is flat.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Goodness me.
Oh, Dom.
I'm ignoring it. Okay.
Dom, good news. It's Discworld.
Yes.
Oh, I've literally got like. Oh,
No fun.
that is annoying.
Oh, actually, I should.
Kind of worked out for me.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Oh, I'm glad it worked out for somebody. Sure, why not?
I need the power of my rover. I don't have any rover movement. Curses. Oh, all right. Let's. Is there anything I can? Can I do anything? I can get a point. I can get the next tech bump, which gives me a +1 for each tech move, every movement I get, which could be useful. Or I could get another Civ card. I feel like a Civ card is slightly more beneficial at this exact moment in time. Maybe. Unless I can do some cool, stupid stuff with these guys. No, I don't want to do that. Okay.
Oh, which is going to do me better.
Get over to collect all those meteorites.
I have a healthy level of tension on my board right now.
Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a little nervous about what's going to be sent my way.
Yeah. Well, on the plus side, it is the last round regardless. So even if you can't place it, it is going to be the final round.
That's right. 20.
We made it.
We do, you guys. Let's have a look at how everyone else's boards in. Let's have a look at Dom's with his toxic cloud.
Which is mostly, I think I've covered pretty much all of that up.
Yeah, there's just a couple of spots in the corner, yeah.
Toxic cloud.
Danny, you've done really well with yours, Danny, which is very satisfying.
Thank you. The issue is my rovers will not be able to reach if I get a meteor rover on the left side.
No,
because it's like I'd have to go all the way around. So that's the problem.
On the plus, you do have a couple of little patches.
Sorry, not to complain, Laura.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm looking. I can see.
Yeah,
I can
no.
see what you mean.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Dani can't get her rovers to the other side of her planet.
Yes, I'd have to drive around, Laura.
I feel the pain.
You know what? That's maybe
Feel it.
Adam, that could be something for the future expansion. If the world is round, it can just go the other side. Just go around the other
And
way.
appear on the other side.
A rover.
When you're listening to the card, Luke, the world is flat.
We actually put we put a FAQ in the game for one of our recent games called Four Humors, and we said, it was like I feel like it was you can't go around the world or whatever. We said obviously the world's flat in the 1300 medieval times, so
True.
and we used it in our FAQs, and it made sense.
There you go.
Who is still yet to
Oh,
finish?
why won't you let me place a biomass? Oh, because of that.
Oh, there we go. Don's picking things.
Dom's got a biomass to place, apparently.
Yeah, I wanted to place it on the edge of the board, but of course that's not allowed this time.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's against the rules.
This round.
For a while.
You will return.
He's in a different world. He technically doesn't exist anymore.
I know. His.
I feel very satisfied with my board at the moment. I just need to get rid of these meteorites.
On your last turn.
It's doable. It may not be in my favor, but it's certainly doable.
Oh yeah, your rovers are right up there, isn't it?
I've got this one's 4 away from this one. This one's 3 or 4 away from these 2. So I really need to get something that gives me 3 rovers, which may not happen.
Brum brum.
I've got a Civ card to draw. Once Dom has found a place for his biomass patch.
I've changed my mind. I'm not doing biomass anymore. Hence the slight delay.
That's okay.
But there we go.
I think simultaneous placement or simultaneous turn taking on this game was a very good design choice.
Yeah.
I can imagine in earlier modes when it wasn't simultaneous, there would be quite a lot of AP sort of thrown in there just to.
It always was simultaneous from the start, but the lazy Susan is what made it like, you're reaching for the thing in front of you and not in front of someone else, and like what you're doing doesn't affect other players necessarily quite as much, but yet it does, because when you rotate it, you can also sort of assign them and what they're going to draft. So before that, we just had stacks in the table, sort of like how the way Barron Park maybe is set up a little bit like that. And we're like, yeah, there's a better way to do this. Let's do it.
Yeah, nice.
No, I like it because I mean, part of me doesn't like it because I am a sucker for analysis paralysis, and I feel like I'm holding everybody up. At the same time, it forces me to like pick a.
Oh, true, yeah.
Pick something.
Now.
But also, I can lose if there's a lot of people. It's like in D&D when we're doing combat. If there's a lot of people and you're waiting for them to take turns, your mind just wander, and then I come back and I'm like, "What was I doing?"
That's true.
It's good for keeping me interested.
Yeah, and there's not many polyomino games that will touch 6 players and be kind of heavier on the heavier side. So, like that's another one too.
No, tis good. Tis good.
Oh, I'm now going into full Euro.
Oh no!
Close to the end game. Let's math all the options
Math
out.
it out.
Full Rain Man going at the moment. That's just your nose, Laura.
I'm looking at your
Are you
cards.
an excellent driver of your rover?
Well, unfortunately, I can't. None of them give me rover benefits, but it's just a case of what points can I get. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. This one arguably gives me more.
Oh, that's different. Oh.
I think that gives me the most points. That gives me the potential for the most points, though. So let's do the thing that gives me potential.
Nice.
Let's get 3 biomass tokens.
Ooh,
That's huge.
Boy.
Wow.
So let's take that one. I had the option of 3 biomass tokens or I had a number of things options because there's only 4 of them there, but life pods could have been worth double. Meteorite reduction scoring on there. Biomass patches would have been worth a point each, but I only had 3 at the moment, so it was I felt like if I could get these rows and columns complete, that's a lot of points. So,
which piece do you want, Dom?
That's a good question.
They all have meteorites again.
pretty much.
Is that a part of like the medium, the normal game? That because I feel like there's more meteorites this game.
The tiles are all the same, regardless of what
I feel
difficulty you
more
play.
meteorites. There was less meteorites last time.
So funny story about that. When we did a lot of the play testing, we had hundreds of games, hundreds of hours logged. And 2 of us game designers working together, Ryan and Adam. Ryan says it's great, it's perfect, and I said, you know what, Ryan, we need to double the meteorites. That's what we did. We doubled them.
Oh my goodness, you're the reason.
I'm the reason.
Good enough tile.
Yeah, it was just a little bit too easy to do stuff, and I wanted to have the end of the game challenge. So if to make you clear your board, that's a hugely satisfying thing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, I understand. I just have lots of meteorites on one half of my planet.
She understands, she just doesn't like it.
But it was such a drastic change though, because it was we went from 30 meteorites to 60 something.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of meteorites.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can't get what I want, what's the best option?
If I can't get one.
I'm just debating what's better.
Just getting this set up to score later.
Oh.
Gotta keep track of my stats.
Yes. I know, I gotta do that. I should do that before I forget.
Sorry, it'll be available on our YouTube page for all of time to keep track of the scores if you need to come back to them.
That's true.
Planet
Is this a new table, Dani?
What do you mean?
The model of the table?
Like the green table?
The green wood?
No, it's been there for a while. I mean, I don't usually choose it that often, so I guess if you're playing at game nights, it's usually probably not the table. There's
Gotcha.
There's a lot of table options.
Cool.
I mean, I've just realized space.
Oh yeah, I deliberately chose.
There's a lot.
I chose the space station and the space sky for today's game. So
I didn't realize we were in space until I looked up.
Yeah, there you go. There's my avatar.
It works.
We are playing on the what looks like the runway of a spaceship, which is or space station, which is intriguing.
It's like
let's reposition back to the board.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get that different atmosphere.
I do like the different backgrounds and stuff.
I like the is it those all the cherry trees and
the Takedo.
Yeah,
there's the Takanoko forest.
Yeah, that's really pretty
because it has the green, the yellow, and the pink trees in the background.
Yeah.
No.
Regress.
No, I needed something good.
Gosh darn it!
Give me something good. Damn it, Dom. Well, this is the last turn, so.
Oh, interesting.
Oh boy.
Do what you got to do and do it well.
Wait, no, I want to do
the other one. What was the plan?
I have exactly one place that I can put this particular tile, and it will do some of the things I wanted to do. Unfortunately, it will also destroy my rover, which kind of counteracts what I want it to do.
Yeah, that's
but it does give me some points for completing that one. So if that's not finished, it kind of doesn't matter.
All the meteors.
Yeah, I don't feel quite so bad about destroying the rover. At least I am getting something done. Yeah, and the meteorites.
Okay. It's probably okay.
Crack on with that.
I feel like this is as good a game as I could have played with everything that has gone on.
Yeah, it's tough, those events, right?
Oh yeah, the medium. It's a big step up. Oh, my camera went fuzzy. It's a good step up from medium, from easy to medium, and then I think it's another big step up from medium to hard.
Yeah, your end game expectations are just so different.
Oh, they just go through the floor.
Yeah.
It's like I would be happy with like 10.
I managed to clear 2 meteorites and free up 2 scoring those that round, so that went pretty well, I think.
That's good.
Just having a look at my recorded plays on this. The best scores I have on here for the 4 of us that I have played with before. So for me, I've got 65. Laura, you had 61 as your best score. Dom had 72. Danny, yours was 47, but that has been it was a while ago that we played that.
You can only get better.
I feel like that was the first time we played this together and your computer crashed partway through and manually score everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was an unfortunate series of
I
events.
would be amazed if I even get anywhere near my previous.
Well, we
score.
were playing easy and on the sort of the basic board, so I think we've got enough.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Took it
Oh, I've got some
I might be in the 30s, maybe 20s, 10s.
Single digits.
I'd
Okay,
like
we're
to,
ready to that.
it'll be a
Positive
positive
numbers.
integer.
It will be an
It's
integer.
not the negatives.
Oh,
Positive one.
that's satisfying. I have only 2 spaces that are empty on my board at the end.
It's
Me too.
goodness.
But I
oh,
did
like,
miss a couple
oh
meteorites.
boy, oh wow, the
That's
scoring
scores.
started.
Yeah.
Sovereignty takes no
Oh,
prisoners.
very nice.
Thank you.
14, Danny, nice.
I had so many meteors.
Oof. Luke has done well on those in columns.
Oh, I did better that way round.
Yeah.
That's satisfying.
Very nice as
Oh,
well.
and so is Dani.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh. We're fighting.
We're fighting.
Oh, it
This
does
is where we stop fighting.
Yes, every individual score just
Oh,
counts up
that's
where they're on the
good.
tracks.
This is where like the tension.
Yes, the score.
I'm enjoying it far too much.
Ooh. I don't think I've done as well on water as
No.
everyone else has.
There's always one track that just doesn't get the attention.
Well, I have no water to give the attention to, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you did well on the board without water.
Yeah.
That's true. I've got a lot of water on there, it just doesn't do
And you
anything.
took a lot of water tiles, yeah.
Ooh.
Rover.
The
Yeah.
rover really doesn't. It doesn't. I guess you're moving. 'cause
It-
you're getting
the
points
rover,
from the
yeah.
pods and the meteor.
The scoring from the rover is relatively low because it's giving you scoring elsewhere,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I think
yeah.
is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rover.
Having said that,
Yeah, tech as well, but tech gives you more stuff.
Tech lets you break the rules.
Whoa, 5 points for tech there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to the top on tech and Civ.
This is where I don't do
I'm
so.
hoping
Yeah, life
my
pods.
Civ cards are going
Life
to
pods, I destroyed
be a
5.
late surge.
8.
1. 5, nice. It's close. Oh, a good chunk of meteorites.
Yeah. 4, nice.
Oh, you got the set collection on that one.
Whoa.
Bob.
Yeah,
Did.
that was one of
I did.
the cards I got at the end.
Oh, wow.
Civ card. Oh, yeah, I didn't get any Civ
Oh,
card.
I don't have any.
I'll play it on the Civ.
No, no. Don't you do
No,
it.
we've
Don't
still
you
got-
do it.
we've still got our side ones.
This is so dramatic.
I did like 1 an objective.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes. Just 1. 2.
Oh, I won no objectives.
I managed to win
Oh.
both mine. How the heck did I do that?
Well, both
Well
of them.
played.
Wow. Oh, wow. Good game.
Nice done, Dom.
That was a cool little rocket ship at the end for Dom.
Well
Nicely done. The objectives just sneak. I had so many. I was really hoping.
Yeah,
I
the
kept looking
Civ
at the board and
cards.
going, okay, I've got no tech things going on. I've got no tech. It's going to be okay. God damn it! Both of these tiles have tech. God. Ah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, you got a lot of Civ. I didn't focus on Civ, which is silly because that was like one of my main things. And energy, I didn't get a lot of energy, so I was like, I'm just gonna drive my rover around.
I'm just gonna poodle around the golf course here.
Yeah. That was good to try a different planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed, and the different corporation. That was fun.
Yeah.
different corporations,
Good.
different planets. all
Yeah,
sorts
next time I might do the base planet with a different corporation because I haven't done a different corporation yet.
There you go.
There you go.
Something else.
Yeah, there's 117 combinations.
of- Nice.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if there's that many on Sovereignty yet.
Not
I
yet
think
on Sovereignty. I think they're working on it. You guys are working on it.
That's what you
Lots of
got to save some stuff because otherwise you do it all in one go. Got to just trickle it out.
Yeah, there you go. You
There
got
you
it.
You.
Semi expansions on sovereignty. It's more a case of just getting everything up there.
Yeah, exactly. It's more content for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
You can do whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know and I'll make something out of it.
All right, so that is going to be our close up for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Danny, thank you for being here as always. Adam, thank you so much for
Sure.
coming along and talking to us about everything about this game. Really,
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely fascinating. I love it.
Yeah,
It
we've
was really fun.
learned new things. We've got some
Yeah.
exciting things to be excited about for the year,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
No, that was very, very good. Now I need to go and play it in person now just to see what it feels
Yes.
like.
Downstairs,
have to.
downstairs in the game room. So
Maybe
wow,
that'll be the next game we play.
physically,
Very
yeah.
nice.
In my mind.
Yeah. It's ended up on the top 50 shelf. So
It's on
yeah,
top
we got
50
Very
shelf.
nice.
And a 10 by 10, so we've got to play it at least 10 times.
we've got another nine plays to do.
times this year.
There you go.
And then we'll have just done exactly 1.7%. Well, it's not quite the ratios on it, but there you go. We'll have got some sort of combination of it.
All of the, yeah.
One at a
Yeah.
time. Don't think of it like that.
We got a lot to get through on it, which is great, which is what we love.
I'm not terrified at all.
So thank you very much, everyone, for being here with us again. Check out Sovranti. Go on to Sovranti's site and you can get yourself a partner account if you enter the code EatCrit. That will be available pretty much all year. So if you want to go along and give that a go, get yourself 60 days and join us playing games on Sovereignty, do that. Also, go to the Sovereignty Discord because that's a really cool place to be.
Yeah.
There's challenges that get thrown out. Like there's a
Yeah, we're doing a Planet Unknown challenge right now. We're trying a new fun, I don't know, we'll see. I want somebody to beat it, but what we're doing is kind of like a Planet Unknown string challenge. So I played a game of, I can't remember the planets, but it was the Water Planet and the Water Corporation. And so when somebody beats me, then they post their solo screenshot and then they get to create the next challenge.
That's cool.
It's easy to beat me. So go there. I scored -6. So go and do it. Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
doable.
It is doable. I did try very hard. I was very focused. I was like, oh, this is not my game.
Yeah, the solo mode can really trip you up sometimes because you don't have the same freedom of rotating things around. But I still
Yes.
think it's
Yeah.
you get that slow rotation, which is still, still nice little.
You
You
need
can
to plan
predict
ahead.
what's coming. Yeah.
You get to figure it out.
But yeah,
Alright,
join us on Discord.
Yeah, check out the Sovereignty Discord, check out Sovereignty's YouTube channel. There's some fun stuff going on. We get to see a newbie going into a game store, which is going to be entertaining. Is that going to be one of the Florida game stores near you guys? Or
No, it's actually, we filmed it in December when I went to Minnesota, which is where Alexis lives. So it's in Minnesota at a local store up there. So
very nice. We
at Tower Games, Adam, you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch. That's fun.
Yeah. That's a good time.
So yeah, go check that out on Sovereignty's YouTube channel and see what they're getting up to. Keep an eye out on Adam's Apple Games to see what they've got coming up in the future and see the fun games. We've got party games coming up. We've got potential expansions for Planet Unknown
much.
in the next quarter. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to be happening here. We will be back on Friday playing some D&D, and then next week we'll be back playing a board game of some description. We have yet to decide what it is because we are organised.
Yeah.
So we're going to go off and do that. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you again, Dani and Adam, for being here. There's no one live at the moment to raid, which is unfortunate. So we will we'll just say goodbye and see you again soon. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Cheers.